What's going on, traders? So just a quick market update to let you guys know the current situation of the market, as I had a couple of messages as price has been moving aggressively to the downside. Now, on the total market cap chart, what we can see is we've rejected off these key areas. So we have number one, a fib level from the swing high to the low, tapped into 61.8 and rejected it. We haven't yet tapped into 78.6. And normally what I say to you guys is when we get the 61.8 rejection, it's normally a fake one, and then price will come back in a bit more deeper. Price has also come into the premium side of this dealing range, and we have rejected it and closed now below it. Now, if we look to the upside, I'm actually expecting price to just have a short-term pullback. If we don't get the big move to the downside, watch my previous video. I explain why and where we would expect price to move towards if we get the big move to the downside. However, if that doesn't happen, I'm actually expecting price to just come a bit more deeper around 3.3 trillion to 3.35 trillion, come deeper into this area, OTE level rejection, and then move to the upside. If we can get a strong rejection around these levels, it's a good sign for us. Let's just go into the 4-hour and see how price is looking. So this is actually pretty clean because price is taking out liquidity as we've been moving to the upside. Ideally, what I want to see is we've created a double bottom down here. So as I said, I want to see price come in a bit deeper and then move to the upside. I may even look for some long positions on BTC and Ethereum if we get that move a bit more deeper to the downside. So keep an eye around these regions. If we come into the regions of 3.35 to 3.3 trillion, you want to look for positions long on BTC and Ethereum. This is also looking pretty clean. So we've had a bullish engulfing candle. We had a wick break of market structure. Prices come back in, tapped into the fair value gap, and then we've moved to the upside. Then we had a strong body close break of market structure. So it's looking like we've got bullish order flow to the upside. So things are looking positive. Now, if we move over to the CME futures, we have a gap down here. I mentioned in my previous video, and now we have finally filled that gap. Now that we filled the gap, we rejected it, we've closed below it. Now, I'm not going to do analysis on this chart because normally I don't, but you can see price has taken out liquidity down here. We've tapped into this fair value gap down here. We've got a strong bullish close above. So we could just be having a slight pullback and then moving to the upside. Now, just moving over to BTC, again, this is actually looking pretty clean for me. So what we've got is this dealing range from here to here, rejection of the premium side of the dealing range and this fair value gap. And we've come lower. We've also got these fib levels down here, rejection of 61.8, similar to the total market cap chart. If we look bullish to the upside, so we've just come into the 61.8 on BTC. I'm very tempted to take a position long on BTC around these regions and put my stop losses below down here. A bit more of a higher risk as we have room to the downside based on the total market cap chart. So, I mean, if you guys want to take a more of an aggressive move to the upside on BTC, take it from here. Keep your stop losses below around 98K and you should be good. You may face a bit of drawdown depending on if the total market cap chart moves to the downside. But this is looking pretty clean. I'm just expecting this move that we have right now to be, if we go on the weekly time frame, more of a wick. This will be a wick, and then tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, we will get a move to the upside, and it will be a wick similar to this candle, a wick, and then price moves to the upside down here. In terms of short-term targets on BTC, if we get that rejection and close above, I want to see price come up and probably tap into at least the regions of around 108K fair value gap. Our first target level is around 109K, and we've got this liquidity level down here. But if we can get a strong bullish close to the upside, this is a good sign. Let's see how it's looking on the 4-hour. So we do have a bit of room to the downside. We've just come into this double bottom area. We also have a market maker sell model completion. It's looking really, really good. In fact, I may take a trade long around these levels. We've taken that liquidity down here. We have just tapped into this double bottom area down here. We've had a break of market structure to the upside. It's looking pretty clean to me to take a position to the upside on BTC. Now let's look at Ethereum. So Ethereum is also looking very similar to BTC. We've rejected off 61.8, closed below. I did say based on this candle down here, it's a doji, we may get a rejection from it, and we have. Price may come in a bit deeper. So we've got the fair value gap that we just about tapped into. If I just go on the 4 hour very quickly, remove this fib, put on a fib to the upside, we've got room to come a bit lower and then move to the upside. But this is also looking really, really, really clean. We've got fair value gap down here as well. We've got an order block down here. I want to see price come a bit deeper. Now, depending on how we react, if we can come a bit lower, perhaps taking out this liquidity down here, I may look for a position long on Ethereum as well. And I'll have a wider stop loss. And this is more of a swing trade, considering the fact that we may not get the deeper move to the downside. And if we don't, this will be a beautiful trade to the upside. And I may hold this to around 5,000 to 6,000. So this will be a great trade for you guys to take as well, if you're interested. And last but not least, my XRP position. So based on the current market situation, every single position that I'm taking right now, I'm taking the positions with the anticipation this is going to be the rally to the upside. And this is why I'm letting my trades breathe. I haven't moved my stop losses to break even. In fact, I'm going to keep my position open. And what I will do is if we do come back and takes me out, I will look for another entry. And the reason I'm doing this right now, and normally I don't do this, but because there's so much reward based on the risk, I'm happy to take that loss and then capture the bigger move to the upside. Now, just on XRP, we rejected off the 78.6 and we've closed below it. If we look from a bullish perspective, we have room to come to the downside and reject off the 61 to the 78.6 and then continue moving to the upside. So that's it for today. I'll keep you guys updated on anything else and let me know if you take any of those positions.